Hi, Scott McClymonds here, CEO of Velocity. Today we're going to continue our discussion on my favorite business word, velocity. And if you recall, velocity is the rate at which you are moving in a particular direction. It's a fancy way of saying how quickly are you achieving your objectives. Remember, velocity has two components, direction and speed. And in order to get direction and speed, there really are three elements of your business that we've taken a look at. One is leadership, which sets the direction. Two, your people, your employees, who are responsible for your speed. And then the other component of speed, your systems, processes that are used by your people to achieve speed. So leadership equals direction, speed comes from people and systems. Well, in this video, I want to look at the enemy of velocity, and that is hidden profitability. So even if your business is great, you're achieving your objectives, you're doing everything right, you still have this enemy lurking, and it's called hidden profitability, and it can slow you down. It can either take you off course or reduce your speed and thereby hinder you from achieving your goals as fast as you would like. So let's talk about a few of the components of hidden profitability, the enemy of velocity. First of all, starting with leadership. Sometimes you might need to change your direction. And I'm not talking about the overall objective of your business, but rather sometimes short and medium-term direction in your business. I had to do that one time at a preschool that my wife and I operated. The state shut down the voucher system, which was used to pay for half of our students. We lost about 50% of our revenue overnight. We had to change our direction instantly to try to recover that revenue. So sometimes you might need to change your direction. Other times you might need to either communicate better or differently so that people throughout your organization understand your direction. And a third element I wanted to bring to your attention is bias. Sometimes as leaders, we get certain blinders on. We think that things need to be done a certain way, and we don't always have the broad perspective that we need. So it's important to bring people around us and give us that additional perspective and tell us when we either need to communicate better or differently, or we need to broaden our horizons and incorporate more insights into the direction that we set. Now, moving on to another aspect of hidden profitability, people. So we've got talent issues. The talent requirements in business are continually changing. So for example, I changed direction in a division that I took over one time, and we had a dear sweet lady on our team who just didn't have the talent to keep up and go in the direction that we needed her to. So we had to find her a different job that was really more in line with her talent. And we had to find somebody else who could propel us forward. So the talent needs of your company are continually changing. And that brings me to development, people development. Assuming that somebody has the talent that they need to do a particular job, what's required always changes. I learned a long time ago that as leaders, we're really in the people development business. So I've got to keep people developing using technology and upgrading their talents in order for them to stay motivated and keep me going speedily as well as innovating. See, if I can develop people, develop their talent, develop their skills, they're often my best source of innovation. But if I take my hand off the wheel there in terms of people development, then oftentimes they'll grow bored and my innovation will stop. Most of the great ideas in my businesses have come from my employees. There's also the element of buy-in. You've got to have great buy-in in order for the people to propel you forward. So one time I installed a new system in a large corporation. And some people adopted it, some people didn't. I ran across one lady about a year or so later who is a superstar. She was great at using the new system. And I said to her, well, I've been watching your performance. and you started out kind of slow, but now you're great. What was the difference? It was buy-in. She said, once I knew that the direction that you set wasn't temporary but was going to stay, then I really put my mind to it and totally bought in to what you were doing. Buy-in can make all the difference. The next thing is unity. You can have great, talented people who are excellent at what they do, who buy in, but who don't get along with each other. This has happened to me, and I've had to unfortunately dismiss some high performers in order to gain unity on my team. So now let's move over to systems. So we all know that technology is moving very rapidly and has been for quite a while. It's not going to slow down. But what technology do we really need? Let's be careful about what we invest in. If we get too far behind in our technology and we're not doing technology audits, even the best business can start falling behind in its effectiveness, its efficiency, in its ability to satisfy customers. So we need to continually audit those systems and make sure they're not causing us any hidden profitability. I talked about customers a second ago. Are we really using the systems that are delighting our customers? Do we know what our customers want, what they expect from us, and do we have systems and processes in place that create loyalty and really create a great experience for them? And then third, are we aligned? For example, are our incentives that we're using for our employees really lined up with the direction that we want to go? We can change direction, but we've got to be careful to make sure that we change the incentive system in order to keep people properly motivated. So those are just a few of the ways hidden profitability can work, even in the most successful organization. And keep in mind that hidden profitability is the enemy of velocity. So here's the homework that I'd like to give you. Take a look at these various components that we've discussed under leadership. We've got change in direction, communication, and bias. Under people, we've got talent, buy-in, people development, innovation, and unity. And over here, we've got under systems, technology, customers, and alignment. And I want you to evaluate your organization and really think through each of those to see if there might be any hidden profitability that's hindering you from achieving the velocity that you're capable of. I'll see you next time.